Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Planet Pickle Team Draft Moneyball. We're super hyped to have you guys all out here watching and are super excited to see how this draft goes.
Yeah, super excited to see who gets picked who, the placement, the order, teams, 8 different teams, different players, 64, the different team chemistries, way teammates may bond on and off the court, see how that plays into the matches, just really see what comes for the near future.
To introduce everybody, my name is Parth Modi. I'm an electrical engineering student at KSU and a pro pickleball player, and I've been playing at Planet Pickle for the last year, and I'm super excited with what they've created here.
Yeah, and I'm Ben Ann. I am a master's student in data analytics over at UGA. I've been playing pickleball at Planet Pickle for about over a year, just like Parth, and I'm super excited to be here talking about something so interesting with my good friend Parth here.
Yeah, I'm Josh. I'm actually part of the draft today, so I don't know how long I'm allowed to be here before these two kick me out. But I've been playing for about a year now. I've been playing at Planet mostly. It's like 10 minutes from my house. Not to brag, I get to drill with Dale Kim a lot, though.
The one and only.
Yeah, one and only.
Famous, maybe projected first-round pick here.
Huge first-round pick.
Going into this draft, Josh, we'll start with you over here.
Little cameo from the one and only Andrew. Pham.
So we got Josh over here. So right now, off Duper, he's the 7th best pick. How are you feeling, though, Josh? Are you feeling you might get picked a little bit higher than that?
I'm hoping to make a little upset. This is a little outdated. Just this weekend, I went up to almost a 5'3" now, which would put me at the 3rd overall. So hopefully we're in that 3-4 range would be great.
Yeah. So a lot of these team owners might not know that, so you might be a little bit of a sleeper pick. So how do you feel?
Some team will be lucky to have me at like 7th, 8th overall, and then we'll get one of the best guys in the next round too, which would be great.
Sounds good. So we're going to start off really easy. What do you guys think is going to be the first round pick with both the girls and the guys, and how's it going to look on for that? Give us your top 3 predictions going into it.
Yeah, so for guys, I think for the top 1, I think even within the top 3, it's still pretty textbook. I think it's pretty well dominated. There's not a lot of duper variance within the top 3 on both men's and women's. I mean, just at women's, after I'd say the top 5, 6, just off the paper, off duper, if teams aren't really knowing the players too well or researching too well, then it kind of does drop off a good bit. Same thing with the guys, obviously having Dale Kim being the outlier on duper, I think it makes some choices pretty obvious. I think it'll be more interesting to see who gets picked latter after more of the draws play out and some of the teams that get later pick get their opportunity to make a choice.
What about you, Josh? What are you thinking?
I mean, yeah, kind of what he's saying. I think in guys, there is a little bit more concise, especially in that, like, I'm looking like 4 to maybe 12 range. We're all within like 0.2, 0.3 different. I'm curious more like when we get to like the 20s, like how the teams will start drafting based on like what they know about the players already. Like, for example, like Liam or Yao, how are they going to choose between the two of them? Like, let's say the team owner knows Liam. He knows their game. I would love to know if, like, that's going to actually influence the decision or if they're going to go more based off duper.
Very interesting, very interesting. So, but we all collectively agree that Dale's going to be the first-round pick. I mean, he's a huge outlier, 5.8 duper. Pretty easily we can all say that he's the best player in the draft and probably the best player out there. So
I don't know about out there, but in the draft, certainly so. I mean, right here to our left, we have Andrew Pham. I would argue Andrew's a bit better than Dale Kim.
Yeah.
But, it's up he say, she say, duper schmooper.
I can make the argument that Joshua might be better than Dale.
I don't think
especially
that's ridiculous.
how Josh is playing.
Yeah, I don't think that's ridiculous at all to say anymore.
I mean, I haven't seen Dale win 3 Moneyballs in a weekend. I haven't seen him win no Moneyball yet.
Right?
I know. I don't think that he could physically do what you did.
He just doesn't have the stamina, honestly, that I do, that I've been working so hard for.
It's like the comparison between Sokka and Messi.
Right?
Where you're over here becoming the Messi.
Right?
And you're the newcomer on the block that everybody's saying is the real GOAT.
Yep.
And that's
okay.
obviously Sokka. So, Dale is kind of our Sokka in this relationship. And, you're obviously the GOAT that we all know of Lionel Messi.
Yeah. I wish the team owners would hear this, too. I would
Let's
do
hope
anything.
some of the team owners
Hey.
are listening to the live stream right now.
I hope so.
But do you remember Saka is worth more than Messi? But just remember, Saka is worth more than Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But who's better? You know?
Right.
Who just won a FIFA semifinal?
Right. Well, barely.
I don't know about barely.
I mean, made me a little bit of money.
How much did you put on it?
I put in 40 and I made 100.
Dang, you had
Yeah.
a parlay.
Yeah, of course. No, it was for both teams to score.
That's
Yeah.
a good. I mean, that's kind of like you get
That-
2 extra money off.
It was
Like
it was a
I don't
little
know.
scary. We got to like the 70th minute and Argentina hadn't scored yet. I was getting a
Is it-
little worried.
It was the 85th minute that
Yeah.
they scored.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
worried.
So you didn't have a team that was gonna win or anything like that crazy.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't trust either team. I knew whatever team I bet on would lose. So
That's wild.
Smart man. Smart man.
So Josh, you've been obviously having a lot of success in the local scene. What are the next steps looking like?
well, I think I might have just duper out of all the local tournaments. I don't think they're gonna let me in anymore. I think I'm too highly rated. But like I'm playing Macon this weekend. That's coming up. That's really exciting. That's my first challenger. And then depending on how that goes, I might start playing pro qualies. I'm gonna keep playing challengers. Keep trying to get some points up so I can start making main draws in the bigger tournaments.
Yeah, the challenges are a great opportunity for up-and-coming players, especially with Hunter on their team over there at Duper or
Yeah.
PPA.
Who are you playing with in this Macon Challenger?
I'm playing with Evan and Teresa. Evan Trowbridge, yeah.
And you guys have played a little bit here locally as well, right?
Yes, we actually won the Planet Pickle money ball. It was maybe 2-3 weeks ago now.
Pickleball string bean.
Yep, they go.
One of
So how
them.
do you guys feel going into that? Who do you guys have first round at Macon, and what's the
we-
draw kind of looking like?
We have me and Evan. We have Connor and one of the Alhunis. So I don't think that's an impossible win for us at all. I definitely like our chances to pull off a little upset there. But then mixed, we actually have Esty Wintershoven and I forget his name now.
I think it's Mark.
Mark, yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to get ready to get started. Enough of this small talk. We're going to get into the draft. We're going to send it over to Leia, our co-host.
Is this one I should go, I guess?
Pickle Team Draft Moneyball. I'm here with all the sponsors. They're going to be telling me their draft picks, and I'm going to be telling you guys. So over here, I have all 64 players that they can choose from. They have their own list of everyone. And here's the order of the draft. So we already picked the order right before the live stream went live. So first pick is going to be Mergers and Dinquisitions, then Premier Specialty Pharmacy, DUBZ Pickleball, DINKSTER Tour and DOAN Agency, PADDLEMANIA, then First Choice, ONEDINK Tournaments, and then Simply Rental. So it's going to be a snake draft. So the first round, they'll be picking 1 through 8, and then it'll be 8 through 1. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. So the way that the picking is going to work is that in round 1, they can pick any of the players. If they want to pick a woman first, if they want to pick a man first, completely up to them. In round 2, 2 of our sponsors are also playing, so they're going to be skipped in round 2 just to keep it fair for other people. Round 3, they'll participate again. So each team is going to have 6 men and 2 women. On the day of the game, it's going to be 2 men's doubles and then 2 mixed doubles. Okay, I'm going to give it back to Parth and Ben.
All right, guys. So with this kind of style of picking, it's going to be a little bit interesting. I think the top 8 picks are randomized, right? Like you can pick a female or a male, right?
Yeah. I definitely think it changes the dynamic for sure in choice selection
Do you
for the
think-
team owners.
Do you think teams are going to lean towards more the females or the guys?
You know, I don't know. Again, going back just about the lack of variance, and I don't want to say skill. It's not the right word. Obviously, that's not the right word with there being so many talented players here. But the lack of just duper level on paper, I think that it's a good question to see if they want to choose women or men first. But I do think within those subcategories and genders, I think it's pretty clear about which players will be chosen first. Definitely in the top 5 of each gender. I think once we get deeper, it'll be more interesting once more players are closely rated. But I do think it will be interesting to see, first teams like Guy girl, who you choosing? Who are you setting in and locking in as your position there?
From what I think is going to happen, I think the guys are going to get the first couple of picks, those first 2 or 3, and then it's going to go to girls. Are going to get their first 2 or 3, and then after that, I think it's going to go predominantly into the guys until you get past that 10, 12 range, and then I think we're going to move back into the girls.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the team ratio, I think, plays a big dynamic in this, not just in the gender, but, they kind of go hand in hand. They go parallel with there being, 6 guys and 2 girls on each team. So I would have to agree with your take.
Yeah, you can, if you have like one good guy or one good girl, you can carry a mixed line or a men's line, and the goal is you don't want to, you can either tie 2-2, but at minimum you want to win those 2 lines, so at worst you get into a dream breaker, and then you can have the potential to win that 3rd line.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's interesting seeing the sheet, seeing how close a lot of these players are. It'll be interesting to see what the teams decide on.
Yeah, so we have 9 5-0s, and then we have over 25 players that are above a 4-5. So there's a huge range. There's over 15 players between 4-5 and 5-0. And we know that level is super close, right? You can have a 4-5 that's better than a 5-0, and you can have a 4-8 that's better than a 4-6. So I could see picks where somebody's taking the 24th pick over the 11th pick, just because they're all similar duper and, of course, very similar level.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And also just not even just off duper, but knowing the players too, knowing certain strengths. If you pick, let's say you pick Dale, just for an example, and you know that him and another player play a lot together and they have good chemistry, or one's a really good right side specialist and maybe Dale likes playing left, you might go and opt for a little lower ranked player on the sheet off of duper, just to know that you have a little better team chemistry, and maybe that will be a benefit to you later in the run in both the draft and the actual tournament and games.
Do you think teams are going to look to pair up maybe their star players or a first-round pick with somebody else, or do you think they're going to kind of just chalk them off as a win? Say you pick Dale. Yeah.
Perfect.
So, well, we're going to all see how it plays out now. We're going to go ahead, send it back to Leia, and she's going to keep us moving.
All right, our very first pick of the night goes to Mergers and Dinquisitions. Who do you think they chose? They chose Dale Kim as our rank 1, number 1 pick.
Well,
Wow.
surprise, surprise.
What a big surprise. There we go. Choosing the obvious outlier right there just on paper, Dale Kim. Really big talent. Had some great results in both PPAs and money balls, brick wall, etc. A really well-known player on the area, and a great person in the scene of pickleball.
Yeah. Coming off a semifinal finish at the main PPA Challenger, and he's actually top 10 in Asia in both singles and doubles.
Wow.
So he's really gotten up there, and obviously the level has increased, and I think that's kind of what we all expected to see, honestly, going into this.
Yeah, no, obviously that was not too much of a surprise, jokes aside. Now it'll be time to see if the next pick is going to choose a 5'6" guy or a 5'1" girl, seeing if they try to lock in the top female, or if they try to start going off guys, trying to get a dominant left side to see maybe in their minds, if the guy taking a little more of the court and mixed, or even in men's, playing a little bit more on the left. If you get a higher guy, if it'll pay off more, because I guess the differential between a 4'8" versus a 4'6" on the right might play a little less than on the left.
Yeah, and he can maybe carry like a 10th ranked girl or a 10th ranked guy to a win.
Exactly,
so.
yeah, but it's all to see what the teams will decide on.
All right, so going into this, what are your odds on you think they're taking the number 1 ranked girl or the number 2 ranked guy?
I think they're going guy. Again. Again, I think with the heavier drop-off in duper in the girls, the I would say less court coverage required and typically played by the females, I think that the next pick will probably be Kyle Bircher, 5'6" guy. I think with him being super highly rated, it kind of makes it a good pick.
All right, so now we're going to see who that second round pick is, sending it back to Leia.
All right, our second pick of the night goes to Premier Specialty Pharmacy. They have chosen our first woman of the night, Haley Ferguson. Congratulations.
Wow. So
Wow.
we were wrong there.
Definitely
So,
wrong.
yeah,
I will
yeah.
own up to being wrong. I think a big part of that was, again, what I was saying. Maybe they don't view it as left side dominance. Maybe they view it as also locking in the top female. I think also her being a 5'1", next player being a 4'8", definitely plays a good part. I think also going back to what I was saying, I think I was partially right, talking about how the left side player typically takes more balls, but she is a lefty. So maybe they were accounting for, since she's a lefty, she may take more middle. And obviously with her being a lefty taking more middle and the duper being high, maybe they placed her higher than having a 5'6".
Yeah. And she kind of is going to give you like a line. If you put her in a mixed line, even if she gets paired with that 10 through 15 guy who's a 4'5" to a 5'0", you can kind of lock yourself a win there, especially in that mixed. And she's the only 5'0 plus girl in the draft, and she's by far the highest duper rated player in the draft and by far the best girl there. So I wouldn't necessarily call it a bad pick.
Oh, not a bad pick at all.
All right, so now going forward, where do you think it's going to lie, Ben? You think they're going to keep leaning towards girls, or are they going to kind of switch back to the guys, and you're going to see a little bit of a plethora of a couple of guys in a row here?
Yeah, I've obviously just been wrong, so I don't want to put too heavily, put your money where your mouth is, put too heavily on a bet. But I'd like to say they continue with guys, especially with that drop-off in the women's, as I said earlier. But here we go. Let's find out the hard way or easy way, giving it back to Leah for the third pick.
All right, our third pick of the night is going to be ranked number 7, Josh Cornett.
Wow,
Well,
major surprise
I know,
there.
This is crazy.
This is a great draft, very entertaining.
We had him on the couch.
We had him right here
We had
next
him
to us, to
talking
my
to
right.
us, and he thought he was going to go 7th or 8th, and obviously his duper's gone up, his level's gone up, and I think some of these teams have taken notice.
Yeah, I think also, as we mentioned earlier, he just went up to a 5'3", I believe is what he said after this last tournament.
Yep.
The
Think he
dupers on the
would be
paper are a little outweighted. Maybe the team managers, or this very one team manager, noticed that. Maybe they know him personally. Regardless of why they chose him, I think that's a phenomenal pick. I would not disagree with that at all. I think Josh has a very high ceiling, up-and-coming player, and I think he has great potential to do well in this tournament.
And he's been playing really well recently, and I think he could be a little bit of a counter to, your Dale or your Haley. He's got that high ceiling that he can compete with them. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. So now you kind of have that 3 through 6 range that might have a little bit of something to prove that they didn't get picked as high as Josh, and they might want to kind of showcase that.
Oh, yeah. I think it'll definitely bring out a little more of the competitiveness in the tournament. Obviously they're being drafted. Even you can see an MLP, a little bit of a personal play going on.
Yeah. Well, going off power rankings, like recent power rankings, I would put him as the number 2 guy. Is that a crazy thing to say?
Not crazy at all. I think off Duper, it looks crazy, but knowing the players well, watching them play, seeing what tournaments they compete at, how often they compete, who they compete with, who they're competing against, how they're playing in certain scenarios, pressure situations, tournaments. I think he's a good overall pick. Definitely surprised me, not because I wouldn't pick him, but I am very surprised that one of the team managers decided to go out on a limb and pick him.
All right, let's head it back to Leia for pick 4.
Leia.
Dinkster and DOAN Agency's first pick is going to be Nancy Suigan.
Wow, so going back to what we said earlier, I think locking in a woman is what this team decided to do. I think they were more worried about having a woman that can compete at that high level. And, with there being less women and less, I guess I'd say on paper, duper level players in the female side, I guess that's where they decided to lay their stones.
Yeah, I think, so looking off the girls, we have 4 girls above 4.5 duper, and that's going to be Nancy Suigan, Jennifer House, and Kaylee Mai. I would expect to see them picked quite early, and then after that, I think they're just going to shift over a bit more to the guys, as you have a ton of players above 4.0 in the girls. I do think a little bit of a sleeper girl is Emma Cook. She's the 7th best as a girl, but she's been playing very competitively in the PPA Challenger and PPA Qualies. I think that duper is a little bit underrated.
Yeah, I think Emma Cook's a little underrated. I think there's a bunch of dudes on here that can play at similar levels, high levels, play up, play down. It's also pickleball, as everyone knows, very streaky. it'll be interesting to see not only during this draft, but I mean, obviously, I hope you all come to go and watch the tournament, as it'll be very interesting to see how they all play with each other and against each other mainly.
Yep, it's going to be the July 23rd to 25th weekend right here at Planet Pickle. You can come in, watch for free, and see some really high-level pickleball.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys there. We'll be there cheering for everybody on.
Yeah. So heading it back off to Leah for the next pick. Let's see where the guesses were right or not.
I'm leaning towards the guys.
The first pick for PADDLEMANIA is going to be Josh McKinley.
All right, as expected, the number 3 guy in the draft and very high level and also a good singles player, something to think about. You know, this could go into Dreambreaker as well. He's a good singles player, good doubles player. He can play big. He can play consistent. I think that's a great pick at the number 3 spot.
Yeah, I think he is number 3. So being there on that list, I'm surprised Kyle Bircher wasn't chosen. Maybe they're
maybe they know some inside knowledge that we don't know.
Maybe PADDLEMANIA knows something that we don't know.
Yeah, big shout out to Drew Patel at PADDLEMANIA, and let's see if he keeps knowing his stuff. So
Yeah.
Kyle is a 5.6 duper.
Wow.
Second highest duper, and he's almost has a 0.3 over the next highest duper, and he hasn't gotten picked yet. It's been almost 5 picks.
Wow. Let's see where he lands on the list once this is all said and done.
So the next pick is going to be the first choice, and so we'll see where they go. I don't know first choice injury and rehab. I don't know who is the lead of that team, but we'll see if they have what we call ball knowledge and see if they know kind of who to pick up there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether they go male or female. Leia.
All right, let's see it.
First choice's first pick is going to be Leon Ju.
Yeah.
Wow, Leon Ju, who's the 6th ranked. Oh wait, I'm not. Leon Ju, who's the 6th ranked player. So if you haven't seen that number 2 get picked, you haven't seen that number 4 get picked, and you haven't seen that number 5 get picked. So we have already seen some mix-up in this draft. Do you think that's going to continue, Ben, or do you think we're going to kind of get back to that duper order that we expected?
You know, I guess these questions are getting interesting. You know, obviously every answer I've given, it feels like I keep being wrong. So I almost feel like I don't want to answer anymore. But yeah, no, I definitely think that Leon at the number 6, again, none of these picks, I will say are bad. But I would say very surprising, kind of shocking. I think Kyle Bircher still being way, I would say, separated on duper level. Would be interesting to see him not being picked anytime soon. Leon Ju, maybe first choice knows something that we don't know. So.
All right, so my next prediction is I think we're going to see a girl. We have ONEDINK, and ONEDINK already has their team owner, Tyler Kane, on the board. So they already have one guy on the board, so I think they might lean a little bit towards the girls. All right, let's see who they pick. Leia.
The first pick for ONEDINK tournaments is going to be Logan Thompson.
Wow, so continuing with the guy trend.
Yep. I mean, that one's a little more, I would say not surprising. You know, Dale's been picked. Joshua McKinley's been picked. 4, so that's 1 and 2. 4 and 5 are right there. Very close in duper with Logan and Dimitri. So I don't think Logan was a crazy pick. I still do see this pattern of guys being picked before Kyle Bircher. Again, maybe Kyle Bircher is coming off of a torn ACL or something. I don't know. I don't know what these team members know either personally or about skill. I don't know. Maybe play style. Maybe they just are closer with some of the players that they're choosing. Again, I don't know what's going on in their head, but I don't think it's a bad pick, and I find it interesting. I think if anything, it'll just add more, I guess, suspense and thrill to how the matches get played out. Maybe Kyle Bircher has, again, like you said earlier, something to play for.
I mean, last time I played Kyle Bircher, he absolutely sauced me, so I don't know what they're thinking. But this was given over close to a year and a half or 2 years ago, but, I mean, he's got a talent. He's a really good player. So I'm pretty surprised. Do you think he will be a first-round pick? What are we thinking, Ben? Will he be picked in that top 8?
I would assume so, but with this pattern that we're going on, honestly, I'd take the under. I'd take no. I'd take maybe. All the team managers are finding something out. Let's go find out with Leah.
Cheez-Its are so good.
The first pick for Simply Rentals is going to be Emma Cook.
Wow, yeah, and really following this trend here. Again, Kyle Bircher not being picked super early. Maybe not even being a first round pick. Yeah, I think that Emma Cook was definitely a big pick. I mean, I think earlier when we were talking about the women's side, we did mention that Emma Cook's been playing at a very high level, and that again, going off of Duper may not be the best. Factor of basing a decision off of. So, I mean, congrats to her. Obviously, maybe her work is paying off. People are noticing it, but...
Yeah, I've had her in a couple of videos and helped her out with a couple of shots, and she's a quick learner. She's a really good player, and so what we've seen right now is we've seen 3 girls and 5 guys in those top 8 picks. So the average has to be 6 guys, 2 girls, and I think we're going to slow down, and we're going to have a couple of situations where we almost have 7 guys and 1 girl, and we're going to lean a little bit heavily towards the guys. And so we'll see now. I mean,
Yeah,
I think, the next team is going to have that 8th and 9th pick because it's a snake draft.
Yeah.
So maybe they're going to take, a Kyle Bersker as a top pick. And then you have a really good mixed line. Or you can have Emma play mix and you can have Kyle play another mixed line. So over here, we got the PADDLEMANIA owner, Dhruv Patel. He's got one of the best pickleball shops in Atlanta, and I would highly recommend them. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Dhruv.
My name is Drew. Ooh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
All right. My name is Drew. I'm the owner of PADDLEMANIA, a retail shop in Peachtree Corners, and we have our second location at Planet Pickle. We also have our third location coming up in September at around the Pickle. It's a 30-court facility that's built up from scratch. And yeah, we started 6 months ago, and we have sponsored players. We support the community, sponsor tournaments, have a shop with paddles, bags, demo paddles, shoes. So yeah, if you're in the Atlanta area, feel free to stop by.
Yeah, and for as of my knowledge, you have both your own store and you work here with Planet Pickle.
Yes,
correct?
correct. Yeah, so it's been a month and a half. Yeah, over here it's been going well.
Three
Yeah.
already stores in what, under a year?
Yeah, under
Wow,
a year.
so you're growing
Yeah.
really quickly.
Yeah, it's going
That's
good.
awesome.
Yeah, knock on wood, it keeps growing, and we get more
We
locations.
better knock on some
yeah.
wood.
There we go, right in front of you.
Hey, fun fact: Barth was my first sponsor player that I signed
Yep.
at PADDLEMANIA. So
I actually got my shoes right here from them. Right here, always wearing them because
Hey.
I don't have dress shoes. So I always make sure I wear my pickleball shoes.
Yeah, and Dhruv, going back to the draft while we have you here, obviously you're a player, but more importantly, you are a team owner for the team owner for PADDLEMANIA. We were talking about choices. We were talking about what maybe some of the team owners might know that we don't, or some just decision-making factors that were going behind the scenes. You chose Joshua Cornett. Why didn't you choose any of the players above them?
By the way, I love that pick.
wait, so we chose Joshua McKinley.
Yes, they chose McKinley.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Joshua Cornett went third.
Yeah, he went third overall.
yeah.
Josh McKinley went fourth.
And we took Joshua McKinley.
Okay,
I actually know Josh. Fun fact, we actually worked together at Lifetime Alpharetta. He's such a great player, much deserves to be in the top 3 players overall. And I'm very happy that we were able to select him. Our next strategy was to get a female player. And unfortunately, the top 2 players that we wanted, top 3 players that we wanted, they're already gone. So that just shows the female drafting a female player early on is very valuable for the team.
Yeah.
Jennifer House is still in it.
Yeah, Jennifer House.
And
is
how do
still
you
in
feel
it.
about your sponsored player, Emma Cook, being drafted first round?
Yeah, that's also unfortunate. We were also aiming to get her as well. And I think ONEDINK or someone drafted her already. So now we just have to, in the second round, unfortunately, my duper is too inflated. So I got categorized in category 2, and we already drafted me, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have drafted me in the 8th round.
Very unfortunate.
Oh yeah,
to be
very
honest.
unfortunate.
Definitely not a second round pick.
So we're waiting for the 2nd round to be done, and then we'll draft someone in the 3rd round.
So are you gonna lean toward? Are you gonna lean a little bit more towards the guys, or are you gonna try to focus on girls? What's kind of your strategy going into this?
Getting 2 females, the next 2 picks.
Oh wow.
We see a significant dropout
Yeah.
compared to the other females in the draft, so we would rather focus on getting 2 females.
Yeah, just how we talked about. I mean, a lot of the guys are right there on the same level. There's more of a distinct drop off on the women's. I think that's a smart play on you.
Yes.
And let's see how this 2nd round plays out. Handing it over to Leah.
We are now in round 2 of the draft. So Simply Rental gets the pick again, and their pick is going to be Kyle Bircher. Am I good?
We got Kyle Bircher as your 9th pick. A little bit, I would say, overdue. We kind of expected this to happen, and this is kind of what I predicted, though. I said that they're going to look to get a top guy and a top girl.
Yeah. And I think it's really smart. I think they got lucky, or not just lucky, but I mean, I would say fortunate to have such early picks because, you know, again, with there being sort of a lack of women, you know, there's 8 picks in the 1st round. You'd expect that after the 1st round that all the top girls would be picked. And that's sort of how it's playing out. So, I mean, obviously having a strong woman like Emma and a 5'6" guy, 2nd rated guy on the list, Kyle Bircher, I think that'll be a very strong mixed team. If they play them together with mixed, I think no matter what team they're on, it'll be a difficult team to beat.
I think that's somewhat of a lock in the mixed department.
Yeah.
But I doubt that as a team they're going to kind of play them together because then you kind of have one really strong line. But there are 4 lines, so they might try to separate them. But on paper, I'm really loving those 2 picks, and I think that team is kind of coming together really well.
Yep.
All right,
now
let's see who we
for
got for pick 10.
pick
Back to Leia.
10, yeah.
All right, reload. You got to remember who's on each team.
As I said earlier, some of our sponsors are playing in the draft. So for round 2, ONEDINK Tournaments is going to pick Tyler Kane.
Okay, so one who's Tyler Kane playing? So you got Tyler Kane and Logan Thompson. Tyler Kane was almost like a forced pick. ONEDINK is his brand and his tournaments. They have some of the best money balls in Georgia. And I actually worked under Tyler. He's the head director at Lifetime Sandy Springs and Lifetime Perimeter. Really great boss. And then I left, so I'm no longer working there.
Yeah, great player. I think forced pick might be the wrong word. Maybe biased, maybe prejudiced, maybe slightly affecting decision, but I would not
he
say.
was forced. They have to pick him. If you, like PADDLEMANIA has to pick Drew because they're in the 2nd department and they're playing for the team.
Oh, I did not know that. The
Yeah.
more you know. So you know, again, with these draft picks, it will be interesting to see how it all plays out. I think some of the players being team owners definitely makes it more interesting.
Yeah, there's a little wrench in the system, but I mean, you got 2 above 5-0 players on your team,
Yeah,
and it
men
looks like
too.
they were leaning a little bit more towards the guys. And
Yeah.
we talked to Drew at PADDLEMANIA, and he was going next 2 picks, no matter what, are going to be girls.
Yeah. So obviously, there's a pretty big decision-making difference here going on behind the scenes.
All right, let's see where that 11th pick lands. Back to Leia.
The next pick for first choice is going to be Toy Win.
Like, PADDLEMANIA has to pick Drew. I think we had the... I think we might have had the wrong slide. There we go. Now we
There
can see
we
the
go.
slide. So another pick with a girl, and we picked Kui Nguyen, who's actually the 8th ranked female. So we didn't take the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, or the 6th. We went straight to 8. And her duper's only a 4.17, but I believe this team knows a little bit something that we don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a common pattern here. I mean, obviously, there's some things that I don't know. So I think the different information that each team member or each team owner has, I think will be interesting. Maybe we can interview some more of them other than Drew, see what they were thinking, or see what they currently are thinking while the draft is still going on. I think picking two top guys first for obviously the last team was a bit of a choice bit out there for ONEDINK, but obviously having a strong mixed line is a common pattern as well. Maybe having a lock there, which maybe is what this team's currently trying to do.
Maybe some teams are just creating something for a Dream Breaker where they win 2 teams and feel confident in going into a singles match. You know?
Yeah, I think, again, taking in player strengths. Again, as I talked earlier, I mentioned certain strengths, chemistry with different team members, right side, left side, but I did not talk about singles versus doubles. So that will be a pretty good aspect as well to mention.
I think you are going to see a decent bit of Dream Breakers going to this tournament. And a Dream Breaker is just going to be singles. I don't know if you guys have watched any MLP, but basically the way it works is each player plays a certain number of points against the other team, but only in singles. So some teams create a situation where they're only focused on 2 lines. They win those 2 lines, and then they just want to go play into the singles. And if they feel like their team is favorable in singles, then why not do that idea?
Yeah, now it's fantastic. I definitely agree with that. I think that'll be very interesting. Now let's get Leia back with the next pick.
The next pick for PADDLEMANIA is going to be an automatic pick, Dhruv Patel.
So we kind of got a little bit another one of that forced pick. You know, Drew mentioned that he wants 2 more females, but because he is a team owner, he was forced to pick himself here in the second round, as he's categorized as a 9 through 16 rated player off Duper, so he's forced to be picked in the second round. But I do love this pairing of Josh and Drew. I think they're going to do well together, and I don't know if I would see them playing men's doubles together, but you have 2 above 5.0 rated guys.
Yeah, I think having a very strong men's lineup, or just 2 mixed lineup, maybe you have a pretty dominant guys. I think that's a pretty big strength for any team to have.
Yep, and he's going to have to wait a little bit for his next pick. He's going to have to wait 6 more picks, and then he says he wants 2 girls. So let's see how many girls are left. Now, with our next pick, Leia.
Our next pick for DINKSTER and DOAN Agency is going to be our rank 4 overall, Dimitri.
All right, finally we got the number 4 ranked guy, Dmitry Bizarbordov. So a little bit lower than maybe he expected or other people to expect, but honestly, for DINKSTER, kind of a good pickup. Late into that second round. I mean, it's not a bad pick to get. So now going on, we're going to have those top 3 teams coming in. So just a quick reminder, it was Dale first pick, Haley second pick, and third pick Joshua Cornett. So might be thinking a little bit about that partnership, who to partner with who, and you're going to see who maybe Josh Cornett is going to make a little bit of decision making, and maybe he's going to go to the team owners and see who he wants to play. We're going to go right back to Leia and see who they get. Sorry, Leia, we're not going back to Leia. You're going to hear us talk a little bit more.
Unfortunately for you guys. Yeah, no, I definitely think that's a big play. It's very interesting to see, wow, some of these teams may want, as Drew mentioned, 2 girls first, but unfortunate things happen, and we'll see how more things will pan out. Going back to Leia.
Our next pick for DUBZ Pickleball is going to be Alan Tolu.
Alan Tolu. Well, I've been good friends with Alan. Alan is one of the nicest people out there. And I don't know if you knew this, but he's actually from Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan?
Yeah, Kazakhstan, I think is what you're trying to
There we
say. Yeah, I looked at him one time, and I guess that, when you see a little Asian and a little Russian, you don't know which one it is. It's probably just Kazakhstan.
Yeah. And he was talking to me about maybe I'm going to go to his hometown and visit. He says Kazakhstan has some of the most beautiful scenery in the world. So maybe 2027 Kazakhstan boys trip loading.
Yeah, boys trips are always fun. Maybe Kazakhstan's up on the list. Maybe go ride some horses around. Maybe Alec can give us sort of a local feel. Let's see how he plays in this tournament. That'll be interesting to see how he comes up next. With being such a highly rated player. Almost 5 right there peaking. his level could be right there. His ceiling could be well over 5-0. As we don't know, maybe the team owners wouldn't know either. But, it's up for him to play and him to show out.
Really funny story. One of my old bosses that I worked for at an engineering internship, he was from Kazakhstan. You know what his favorite food was?
What was it, Parth?
It was cat soup.
Cat soup?
So he grew up. There's a huge Korean population, and grew up in the Soviet Union. And his favorite food was cat soup. They used to really enjoy eating them.
And speaking of Korean, here we go with
All
Dale
right,
Kim.
back over to Leia for the next pick.
The next pick for Premier Specialty
wanna be called?
Pharmacy is going to be Ross Cottrell.
All right, and now we got Ross Cottrell. I know him personally, very good player. Some might say one of the top 3 flicks in Georgia, I would say. Very quick hands.
I don't think
a lot
he's
of
top 3. I
power.
think he's 1.
You think he's 1?
I think
You
he's got a better
top
flick
2,
than
not
me.
2?
I think he's got a better flick than Dale. I think he's got a better flick than Juan.
Wow. So regardless of that tick, I think Ross, and obviously this team thinks Ross is a very strong player. Again, he works over at Pickle and Social, so I know that he's getting a lot of training in.
And he's recently going to be the head pro and the head manager at All Around the Pickle, a new pickleball facility coming in.
All right, now, as we were talking about Korean earlier, we have Dale Kim here with us, picked number 1. I think we've kind of introed him enough while he was not here, but Dale, could you give us a brief intro on yourself?
And Dale, by the way, your comparison to us is Borneo Saka, just to let you know.
Who?
Saka.
England?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 18. I'm Korean. I like pickleball. I like Ronaldo more than Saka,
You
but
like Ronaldo or Saka?
I like
Well,
Ronaldo.
Too late. You were in the go debate between you and Josh Cornett, and
Okay,
you were
okay.
picked as a Saka.
That's fine. I'm locked in. I'm gonna fight for my team. Kevin takes great pictures of me, so I'm gonna play good for him.
Okay. And
and
do
I
you have
hope-
any influence on your team's picks?
Yeah, we have a great team. we have a great team. Yeah.
All right, sending it back to Leia. You didn't do the iconic ace line. You didn't do the iconic ace line. I love pickleball. I love money.
All right, to end round 2, we have Mergers and Dinquisitions picking Tavish.
The next pick with you, Dale. Dale, how do you feel? Are you going to play men's doubles with him?
Nah, I think he can carry himself.
You think he's carrying himself? You think you guys will each be a mixed captain or more of a men's doubles carry?
I don't know.
And Dale, if you have to pick, who do you want to play, your doubles or mix with? Any sleeper picks that you want to play with?
Sleeper pick. My dad.
Wow.
Your dad.
With the
Okay.
Number 40 right now, but high key top 30.
IQ top
He's a
30.
sneaky top 39.
Yeah, for sure.
Would that be like kind of a LeBron and Bryce situation?
Yeah, that would be my dream. Play on the Lakers together. I
The
think.
La Course?
Le
Yeah.
Dale.
Yeah, would be good. Would be good.
All right, and we enough from Dale here. Let's go back to Leia now with the next pick.
You don't want to play for the La Course?
Mergers and Dinquisitions chooses Justin Brown.
All right, so the 12th ranked player, Justin Brown. So, by the way, Paul Kim is still on the table. So, a little bit interesting there.
Yeah. I like Justin Brown. We go back. He has a nasty pancake counter. And I think our team will be good.
Snake draft. So just to remind everybody, it is a snake draft. So that team had 2 picks there. And as Dale said, he has a nasty pancake counter. Some would even compare him to a Danny Myron.
Yeah. I like that comparison. Nasty drive plus tomahawk poach.
Okay. Are you guys going to be playing together?
Potentially. But my 2 other teammates, I think Tavish and Justin can do good together, or can split it up. Anything works.
Works. Are you gonna be the captain of your team?
Yeah, I'm locked.
You're locked in.
Um,
You're gonna do the Mbappe special.
I'm gonna be like Mbappe dictator,
Dictator Mbappe. Okay.
but we'll actually win.
Who's your first general?
Definitely Tavish.
Definitely Tavish.
He has the aura, everything.
Yeah. And Tavish is also using the warping point paddle, so he gets like double aura.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Very good touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's go back to Leia for the next pick over here.
The next pick for Premier Specialty Pharmacy will be Cade.
Wow. Very interesting. Big surprise. Cade being the 23rd ranked player. This goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, I think this goes back to what we were talking about earlier with after you get the first couple picks for each team, with the lack of, I guess, depth and variety in the men's, it kind of goes to whoever I guess knows their game well. Like, if one team owner might know, oh, Cade has a really good backhand flick. Maybe they'd prefer that for men's doubles. Maybe they'd, different strategies in picking and different reasons for the certain outcomes that they're definitely doing. I think we got Cade here, maybe possibly coming in with us soon.
He might have
for an
the
interview.
best forehand flick I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's not a crazy take. I think it's much better than Dale Kim's.
Okay, we'll find out. I hope I play him.
Dale, are you scared of that team? You got Ross, Haley, and Cade.
Nah.
Nah. Now let's go back to Leia.
The next pick for Dubs
All right, say
Pickleball
something
is going
crazy.
to be Christy
Say something
Kind.
crazy next time. Just say something wild.
Wow. Christy Kind.
Christy Kind, who's our sixth ranked female. So obviously you know Joshua Cornett really well, and some would argue he's the best player in the draft. How do you feel going into that team against that team?
Oh, I think we'll be fine. It would be like Wembenyama might have to carry, like the Spurs, but, I don't think that's going to happen because we're the Knicks.
Are you Wemby or the Knicks?
No, I'm Brunson. But Josh is Wemby, and they're going to choke.
Ah, yeah. I do know that Josh is a pretty big Spurs fan, right?
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
Wemby
yeah.
fan. Yeah. And some say he has the same type of build as Wemby.
Wow, Joshua Cornett and Wemby. What a build comparison.
You don't see it?
I would say he's more like you get a corn on the cob, you get all the corn off, and you chop it in half.
Yeah, but he has that agility though.
Wait, he's that sneaky agility, sneaky top 48 most agile players in this draft.
Yeah. He
I don't know about
can get to the drop shot.
48. I don't know,
Maybe
that
top
might be-
64, maybe
Yeah,
48.
you gotta add in the girls as well, right?
Yeah, well, I meant top 48 guys.
Yeah, but all the girls are more dynamic. and
Yeah, he's
athletic as him.
sneaky top 47 guys though.
He's 48.
Maybe Paul Kim.
Back to
The next pick for DINKSTER and DOAN Agency is going to be Justin Cobbkit.
Justin Cobb Kid. Wow. What a solid pick. Justin Cobb Kid coming in at ranked number 15 player on the men's side. Post videos. A lot of you might be familiar with him, whether it be around the Atlanta pickleball scene, whether it be through the pickleball scene on Instagram. Great videos. I actually was just watching his Pickleball Tip Tuesday video. I recommend a lot of you follow that if you want to reach 6L level. So I think he would be a very strong pick. I think this team is very lucky to have him. Great on defense, very scrappy player, and can definitely make some good upsets.
And he's the head pro at Dill Dinker, so he does pickleball as his full-time job. So obviously he's into pickleball a lot, and he's obviously playing a lot. I know I've heard of the very exclusive 6 a.m. sessions I have not been able to get into quite yet.
Yeah, I don't think I've been invited to a single 6 a.m. session. Definitely not when it comes to pickleball. I think, Justin playing so much pickleball, being on the court so much, should definitely attribute to some of his skill, and it'll be great to see what he can showcase for us in the tournament. Now let's give it back to Leia to see what the next pick is. Thank you, Leia.
The next pick for PADDLEMANIA is going to be Justin Menninger.
Wow, and we go back-to-back Justins. This reminds me of the JB-JT debate back in the day. Who's better, Justin Menninger or Justin Kopke? With the number 15 and 16 ranked players with a 0.011 duper difference. Very slight difference. And very slight difference. Back-to-back picks is very interesting, especially with going double guys back-to-back. Some of the
Justin
teams being
Messenger is
girls.
another guy who's actually a lefty. How do you think that's going to play into this?
Yeah, that's a big portion of the decision making. I can assume. I'd like to see how they not only decide the teams, but decide who plays with who in which event, whether it be men's doubles or mixed. Seeing maybe they have a girl that they think would be better on the left, and they can pair it with Justin to play a mixed line, etc. So let's try to hand it back to Leia and see what she has to think.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking a little bit more. Quick shout out about how me and Ben actually met. I was playing at East Pickleball Club, and the first time I played with Ben, he actually hit me.
That is not true. We were playing at Ace Pickleball Club. Shout out Ace.
Yeah, I didn't lie.
Back in Roswell, back in 2024. We met. I gave him his first nice paddle, and he became a pro player.
Yep.
So I was technically his first sponsor, not Paddle Tech. I
No,
was your first.
no, that's what I'm saying. The paddle was a Paddle Tech.
Yep.
Paddle Tech Bantam TKOC-C. Good paddle. Not as good as the Warping Point, though, right?
Warping Point Siphon might be on top, but if you do happen to go buy one, definitely use code PARTH. That is PERRTWHE.
And without Ben, I might not have ever even gotten into pickleball. First guy to ever give me a really nice Gen 3 paddle. Before that, I was using a Walmart paddle. So huge shout out to this guy. And since then we've played a little bit of pickleball together.
Yep, and that is our history. Now let's go back to Leia for the next pick. Interesting to see.
The next pick for first choice is going to be Kaylee Mai.
Wow, yeah, and going back to what we were saying earlier about women, it's definitely, I guess, a little bit overdue to get the fourth woman finally picked. It's actually interesting. Wow, this team chose 2 women before they chose 2 men. So I think that's a pretty big distinguishment. What do you think there, Parth, could be the reasoning behind that?
I love it because now they got their 2 women. Now they have the next 5 picks. They can go guy. And you already have 2 really high-quality women who are really good, super talented. So now you can just focus on the guys.
No, 100%. Yeah, I think going back-to-back on a bunch of guys is definitely very strong here. I think it's a good decision by this team. Just being able to just kind of narrow down the list and take away some factors that they'd have to think about now that they know that they already have the 2 females locked.
So something to think about, the number 3 girl, Jennifer House, has not been picked yet.
Yeah, and I think the difference between Jennifer House and Kaylee Mai not being picked yet was pretty small. There being a very small duper difference. But the fact that neither of them actually were picked until now, and Jennifer House still not being picked yet as the third ranked or highest ranked female is pretty interesting. So maybe Sir Ganesh at number 34 might be our next pick on the men's side. Let's see.
Yeah, I've heard
only
some
time
rumors
left,
about Mr. Balasabrabamunian.
He's quite infamous around the Georgia area. If you've played him, he was quite slippery and dangerous on the court. He's vicious and will do anything to win.
Yep. And we also have a little bit quick chat about some of the girls. We have a lot of still high quality girls going on, and you did mention that PADDLEMANIA might be looking at them. So with PADDLEMANIA being the next picked, and they said Drew's mentioned that he's looking for a girl. So who do you think that's going to be? Is that going to be your Jennifer House, maybe a number 5, Heather Jaeger? You got Christian Emma gone, so maybe like a Holly Shimlin.
Yeah. So I think I think Jennifer House would be the obvious pick, and then going back, I know Anna Hinshaw is a decently well-known player around the area, and I think with the common pattern here throughout this draft, as you guys can see recently, is that there's no obvious answer that these teams are seeing with them choosing players much, I guess, lower ranked and lower duper rated than some other options. So maybe with the next two females, we might see obviously maybe Jennifer House, maybe we see Anna Hinshaw, or maybe we see any other possible sleeper pick. Maybe we just go.
Straight to like a Sofia Fuentes at the
Yeah.
number 14 ranked, even though I've heard she's been grinding this entire summer. So she might be a little bit better than that 3.7 that's next to her name.
Yeah, maybe a 3.75, maybe even higher.
Maybe like a 4.5.
Yeah, could be.
We'll never know.
We will know if you guys tune in for the next weekend on the.
I don't know if you heard of that, Ben.
Yeah.
All right, good. Because I've been just silent.
Yeah. So going back to the part about the females, I think it's definitely a big decision here to see if they even choose a female next, and if so, who will they choose?
You know, something really cool is that you have a lot of warping point athletes out there. You got Allen, I know, is using it. Tabish was using it. Justin Brown using it. And I do think there is a correlation. And I don't think so correlation is causation and causation is correlation. But I do think there is a correlation between using warping point and being a top pick.
You know, I won't go so far as to say that, but I do personally use the warping point, and I do quite enjoy it. It is quite a strong and good paddle in terms of control, spin. You know, coming from grit, core's nice. A lot of forgivability, as one might say, on not hitting the exact sweet spot.
Yeah, and not biased at all, by the way.
Not biased at all. You know, I'm not a sponsor Warping Point player. You know, if Warping Point hears this and wants to send me a free paddle, I would more than gladly take it, as I love their paddles and what they're doing in the pickleball community.
You know, if anyone send me a free pal as well, which I do get. But now let's look at some of these, you know, kind of these summer lower rated players. You had Cade at number 3, who went
Yeah.
out super early. And
Mhm.
you think you're going to see a couple more than Ross Cottrell, number 17 ranked, was
Wow,
a
yeah.
top 10 pick.
Wow.
Right? So you could see the same with like a Brian Marquez, Justin Reichel, Mitch Glore. They're all between that 4.5 and 5.0 area. I think we could see a lot of them get picked. Now, we have had all the way until our top 12 get picked, right? So kind of your next highest guy on there is your Robert Lee, Moses Das. You know, both of the Justins got picked and Josh got picked.
Yeah, that'll be super interesting. Let's go and find out now with Leia. Here you go.
The next choice for One Dink tournaments is going to be Anna Hinshaw.
Wow, and I would like to say I told you so. I would like
Yes,
to say
you
I'm
did.
right. Might I say I am omniscient? Might I say I can see into
Honestly,
the
I could
future?
say you're very similar to Patrick Jane in The Mentalist. You were able to read minds.
Yeah, I definitely could read minds. I'm definitely telekinetic. I have certain powers. You know, I was just playing it off earlier, playing it humble with some of my wrong predictions. I think Anna Hinshaw is a great player. Going back to her, I've played with her personally. Spending time with her on the court, she's very strong. I think number 11 might have been a sort of a sleeper ranking. I know it's based on Duper, but again, I think it is a common pattern, as I spoke on earlier before I even predicted the Anna Hinshaw pickup here for this team ONEDINK, would be that, you know, don't just go straight down vertically off of the list.
So we have seen a little bit of teams have gone 2 guys and then they're focused on 2 girls. But I do think there's going to be a little bit of a series of girls now getting picked. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, obviously some of the teams already picked 2 girls. Some of the teams already picked a girl. Girls are getting picked early, but some of the teams that haven't or might be wanting to look into getting a decently solid mixed teams as a lock. I think they're going to be looking for those strong girls now. I think that there's still some very strong potential picks out there that they might be searching for.
So I want to just make a quick prediction. I think the next pick is going to be Brian Marquez. You know, he's been playing a lot here. He's won a couple of the Planet Pickle money balls with Evan Trowbridge. He's been playing well, and even though he might be only ranked 19th, I do see him getting picked. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Brian's a great guy, a very strong player. I've seen him play personally as well. I think he has a very high ceiling and would be a great pick for any team. So let's find out now with Leia. Heading it off to Leia now to find out.
To end our third round of our draft pick, Simply Rentals is going to pick Jennifer House.
Wow. And Jennifer House, as we were mentioning, yeah, definitely picking more of the females now. It's definitely overdue with her being the number 3rd ranked female. I think it was expected that she gets picked sort of to the earlier part of the draft, but I think it's definitely a little later than what most people would have expected. Definitely based on paper and off Duper. Being a 4.7, definitely surprising that not to throw any diss at Anna, great player, but just off paper, choosing a 3.8 before 4.7, etc.
It's a full duper point.
Yeah, that's about the difference between us.
So, oh, but you're better than that. You're like sneaky 5-1.
I am a sneaky 3-2. So now let's go back to Leia. Enough about us to see this next pick here that we got. Leia.
To start off our 4th round of the draft pick, Simply Rentals is going to pick Mitch Galore.
Mitch Galore.
Wow. Mitch being the
Wow,
next pick
yeah,
at the
number
20th.
20th pick. Wow. So honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Mitch Galore is a name that I haven't heard much about. Have you heard anything
You
about
have
him?
not heard of Mitch Galore?
No, I haven't heard about Mitch Galore.
Wow. Yeah, Mitch Galore, fantastic player, very strong. 4.67. Number 20th, as Parth mentioned, actually right below Brian Marquez, who you had previously predicted. This team's very lucky to have them. Let's see. So they went girl, guy, girl, guy. So
But now they have 2 quality girls.
Yeah,
right.
2 quality girls. They have a 5'6" guy. They have a very solid and
Underrated.
I would say, another male. So it will be, I guess, less interesting, honestly, from here on out to see their next 4 picks. Not that they all have to be men, and a lot of the top men are picked already.
I like how this team is shaping up, And I kind of said that from the start when they went Emma 1st round, 2nd round Kyle. I think they've got a really good pick with Kyle that late in a draft.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely think that's a strong pick. I think that their decision making is pretty spot on right there with going guy girl, guy girl. Now
Back
let's
to
see,
Leia.
Leia.
Our next pick for One Dink tournaments will be Brian Marquez.
There we go. Brian Marquez, 19th ranked player. Just as Parth said, he's one pick a little later, but close enough, being a 4.677, very strong as well. Like Parth was mentioning, winning a Moneyball very recently and playing very well around the area. Parth, what do you know about Brian Marquez?
Brian Marquez is really good. He uses a Selkirk boomstick, good power, and he's a great right side player as well.
Wow.
Something interesting is they don't have their second girl yet, and a lot of teams already have their 2 girls or are looking to get their 2 girls. So One Dink might be having to wait a little bit to get that second girl back, right? Or no, sorry, they're going to get a chance, and then in the next 2 picks they'll have another pick. But I do think they need to pick up that second female. I think that's going to be important.
Yeah, having their 5th pick, or going into their 5th pick and not having a female yet, with there being much less females, I think that puts them slightly at a disadvantage. Maybe not in terms of skill, but in terms of having selection. So, yeah, let's move into the next pick with Leia. Leia, handing it off to you now.
All right, our next pick for first choice chiropractic is going to be Robert Lee.
Wow, there we go. Robert Lee.
Maybe a little bit late of a pick. Is that crazy to say? As a number 13th ranked guy,
Yeah, number
he got
13th
picked this
ranked.
late.
Yeah, wow, 4.815 on Duper. Pretty high Duper.
So what are you thinking? This team went guy, girl, girl, guy.
Yeah, I think they they wanted to lock in a very strong male right off the bat. They got Leon, then they wanted to get 2 solid girls to lock in their mixed, and now they're going back to, okay, let's see which players we can still grab that will have a good chance at defending and fighting for us. I think Robert Lee was a great pick. I think having him 4th as your choice is very smart.
It's a pretty good spot to get him, you know. And I think next up is going to be PADDLEMANIA, who we've already talked a little bit about, but they have 2 top guys. And you said again they're leaning towards girls. So who do you think that next pick is going to be? What we're about to see. Back
Let's
to Leia.
find out. I'm guessing Sally.
You got Sally.
Yeah, so I think maybe Sally. There's Rachel. I don't know. There's a bunch. Let's stop guessing and let's just find out. Let's see with Leah here. Leah, take it away.
The next pick for PADDLEMANIA is going to be Rachel No.
There we go. Rachel, no, congratulations to you. Not quite Sally, but Rachel.
Yeah,
What do
so
you
we
think of that?
mentioned Rachel. You know, she's the number 12 pick at 3.754, and they are matching her with the 2 guys. You got Josh McKinley, Dhruv Patel, Rachel, and then they're going to have that 4th girl as well, which is... You guys, I think we might be on the... I think this might be the wrong slide, so you're not able to see PADDLEMANIA's full team. But, you know, I think PADDLEMANIA's done a great job drafting. I think getting Dhruv as that 2nd round is honestly one of the best 2nd-round picks they got. Even though it was forced, I think it's kind of went towards them in favor.
Yeah, and Drew's a very strong player. You know, the way he I guess just has a touch on the balls. His strokes are just clean. They're good. They're efficient. He finishes fast. You know, putting the ball away, punishing a lot. Leave one high and it goes right into you. He kind of drills you quite often, and I think just very strong overall with his attacks.
The next pick for DINKSTER and DOAN Agency will be Moses.
Moses Das.
Dude, this guy is literally the best resetter in Atlanta. It's not even close. It's not a close question.
Yeah, I
And
definitely
honestly,
think Moses is 100% one of the top 50 best resetters in the men's category in around Atlanta area. He's very strong, very good. 4.812 on Duper, number 14th ranked highest guy on this in this draft here for men. I think it's a great pick. What do you think? What do you know about Moses?
Sorry, I mixed him up with somebody else. He's not necessarily known for his resets, even though he is good at them. What he is known for is a big forehand and a big serve. So I could see him, maybe playing in that mixed spot and doing a ton of damage against these teams.
Yeah, 100%. Having a big serve, being very aggressive, I think that's definitely a mixed strength. So let's see who gets picked next with Leia. Here you go.
Our next pick for DUBZ Pickleball is going to be Ben Howerton.
Wow, Ben. I heard that name and I got a little scared that I might have accidentally been on this list. And Ben Howerton coming in at the 22nd place on the list, 4.621 on Duper.
But he's good. He's good.
Yeah, what else do you know about him that he's good? Would you care
I've
to
played
elaborate?
against him. He makes balls, really good hands,
Consistent?
really good in that transition zone.
Perfect.
So I could see him maybe playing a little bit towards more of that men's role.
Yeah.
So let's
just
see
getting
where
to
that.
the kitchen with good hands.
Let's see who the next one is.
Let's go back to you, Leia.
Our next pick for Premier Specialty Pharmacy is going to be Heather.
The
Wow.
number 5 ranked female.
Finally, might I
Gets
say.
picked.
Finally.
So this team is the number 1 ranked girl, the number 5 ranked girl, and then their guys are number 17 and 23.
Yeah, but I mean, Cade Lindgren and Ross Cottrell, if I saw them on the other side of the net, boy, the things that I would be afraid of what will happen.
You hit 1 high third,
Yeah, and
1 high fifth.
You might be.
Oh my God.
You might be missing a limb leaving that match. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
probably-
would say underrated, very strong players and fantastic people. Let's see where Leia goes next with this pick. And heading it back to Leia.
To end our 4th round, Mergers and Dinquisitions is going to pick Preston Wynn.
Wow.
Preston Wynn,
Wynn.
who's our lowest ranked so far at number 28,
Yes.
ranked off Duper. Off Duper, by the way.
4-3-1-6. Still a bit higher than
So this team hasn't picked a single girl yet. They've went 4 guys in a row. What do you
Wow.
think that means?
I think that means that this team owner forgot that there's mixed lines. Picking 4 guys first, I mean, no, honestly, maybe based on his presumptions, maybe he's seeing, a lot of these top girls are getting taken. Maybe, as I was saying earlier, with there being after the top couple are being taken, less variance in the girls. He's just thinking whatever girls he take, there won't be much of a difference, and he doesn't want to waste a pick on a 3-8 versus a 3-9, etc. So let's go back to this next pick with Leia, handing off to her now.
To start out our 5th round, Mergers and Dinquisitions is going to pick Allison Toe.
Allison Toe. What do we know about her? Obviously, they got that girl that we were talking about, and they might try to pair her with somebody else in that I wouldn't call them the bottom tier, but off to their bottom tier. She's super talented, really good player.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a talented player. Ranked number 13 on this women's list. Definitely towards the end or bottom of that list. Not to diss anything on her skill, her abilities to play well, score points on the court. But a 3.708. I mean, solid pick.
And her brother's also in this draft, Liam Toe,
Yes.
and she did get
Young
picked
talent.
over him. So a little bit surprising, maybe.
Not surprising at all. I think women have a bit of a higher importance here. So let's start going back to Leia to see whether this team goes guy-girl.
Next, Premier Specialty Pharmacy chooses Hanson.
Wow. Hanson. So he's one of the sponsored players at Planet Pickle, and he's very good. Quick fun fact, I hit him in the face the other day.
Wow, yes, I can attest to that. I was on the court. I actually almost called 911, but he stood up, did a backflip, and then hit a tweener body bag back on Parth. Very talented young
Did he now?
player. Yeah, he did that. I have it on video. It's somewhere in the cloud, as the kids like to say nowadays. Very talented young player. Trains here. Part of the Apex team as my good friend Mateo runs. Trains here.
One of the hardest workers I've ever seen.
Definitely hardworking, rising talent. So let's see who else gets picked next. Great pick right there with Hanson. Leia, take it away.
Our next choice for DUBZ Pickleball is going to be Vishwa Rajan.
Vishwa Rajan.
I think this is one of the sleepiest picks. I would even call this a coma pick.
Yeah, I would pick this as a comatose. I think that I could be knocked unconscious, almost brain dead, being plugged into the monitor and being in a fully induced coma. And I think this is still a good pick, almost being a 4 or 5 right there. Any 4 or 5 usually can play higher ceiling, play up, contribute strongly to the team. What else do you know about him? Right side, left side, singles, flicks, hands, drops, drives, strengths, weaknesses. Do you know anything about him?
He's one of the most dynamic and athletic
Wow.
players I've seen.
Wow.
And
Pure athlete.
he is a pure athlete, and he's really known for his success in the kitchen zone.
Wow. So good kitchen play. Now let's move back to Leia. Let's see who's picked next here now.
The next pick for DINKSTER and DOAN Agency is going to be Justin Reichel.
Third Justin. So you got Justin Reichel.
Reichel.
Kind of unfortunate that all 3 Justins were on the same team.
I don't know if that's
Kind of unfortunate.
yeah.
We didn't get Justin Messenger on this team, or it
You
would
know,
be
if
really
we got
cool.
if we got Justin Menninger on this team, as well as
Messenger?
Justin Corn on the Cob and Justin Riechel, then maybe we could have had like a Triple J dynamic going on. Maybe
Yep.
they would have
Yep.
had some sort of team power up.
Yep, and they don't have a girl yet.
Yep.
I don't know if you recognize
Still
that.
not
They
having
don't
that.
have that
Wow.
second girl. No, they have the first girl, not the second girl.
Yeah, but not having both your mixed teams again. I think at this point now they're just closing their eyes and just pointing.
I think maybe that 8th round, I think some teams are just going to throw throw a pick at a girl instead of like trying to pick in that 5-6 round.
Throw a dog a bone. So let's see what Leah brings with the next pick here now. Leah.
The next pick for PADDLEMANIA is going to be Jason Somerville.
Jason Somerville, number 21, rated a 4.639. Wow, right there below Mitch Galore and right above Ben Howerton, right in the middle of those two other players that we were talking about.
So maybe
Not
pick-
having a profile picture right there. Maybe it adds to the aura. Slightly mysterious. Could be a sleeper pick. What do you think there, Parth? Do you know him?
Well, maybe he is related to one of the Dutch national team soccer members, whose also last name is Somerville. What do you think?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I think it's very, very highly likely. I think that's almost an obvious relation there. Now let's move away from that and start going towards the next pick with Leah. Leah, handing off to you now.
The next pick for first choice chiropractic is going to be Brandon Song.
Wow, Brandon Song right there, right below Cade Lindgren and right above Hanson Nguyen. Right around that sort of area of all those other players. Like we were mentioning earlier, there's a lot of 4-5 players. He actually has the exact same duper as Hanson Nguyen at a 4.513. Now it'll be interesting to see, or 4.514. Interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously very talented, 4.5 plus. High ceiling. Let's see. I assume he might be like sort of a men's right side player. I don't know his strengths too well, but
I've heard he has relationships with the Song dynasty in China.
I have not heard that. Now let's go back to Leia with the next pick.
2, 1. Back to Leia.
The next pick for ONEDINK tournaments is going to be Yassine.
Yassine!
No way. No way they picked Yassine. Finally. Way too sleepy of a pick. I think this guy unironically should have been a top 5 pick.
Wow.
Should he have been a top 5 pick?
I think he's top 2, not 2. Yassine Farid.
Dude, he
Yassine Farid.
just got proposed to his girlfriend or now fiance at the pyramids of Egypt, and he's also gonna have his wedding there. I don't know if he's gotten married yet. We haven't seen him in the pickleball scene in a little bit though. But this guy used to every day cook me at Ace Pickleball Club.
Yeah. I think Yassine's a very strong player. Him and Andrew Pham used to always cook me back in the day. Sauce me up like a light, low-calorie ranch. Very strong player. Quick hands, very scrappy, hard to finish the point. You get a high ball, you might have to hit 10 overheads before you get a ball past him.
Sure.
Dale, back with our Korean superstar. What do you think about Yassine Farid?
High-key 5-0 in his prime.
Yeah.
Maybe closer to 4-0 now, but
Yeah, you think he's out of his prime?
no. But I think if a team can utilize him, I think he's a sleeper.
Yeah, he could be a really good right side player. I think he's re-entering his second prime.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I haven't seen him play, but I know Josh Cornett beat him 0-2 in the last tournament.
Yeah, but obviously I think this might be a second rendition of his training arc. One
I
might
agree.
say. Now let's move on to this next pick here with Leia. Leia, go ahead and take it away for us here.
To end round 5, Simply Rentals is picking Yao Lin.
Yahoo! We're not even going to say anything about Yao. We're just going to yell Yao for the next 5 minutes.
No. So Yao, as many of you might know, a prominent player and mainly, I guess, influencer around the Atlanta and just within the general pickleball area. Makes a lot of educational reels targeted towards anyone, mainly beginners. Strong player, good fundamentals, very nice guy on and off the court. I think this is a very strong pick for this team. I think they definitely have ball knowledge. Picking Yao.
And he is, I think, one of the best content creators out there. He's been really growing rapidly well. And I think he's one of the sleepers, honestly. He's got really good, technically gifted, and he hits the ball clean.
Yeah,
And I think
clean
he's
form,
much
clean
higher level than a
contact.
4.3.
100%. I think he's definitely underrated. Again, his content, no OF, but a lot of IG content on pickleball. I think it's very informative. It's very beneficial for you to go watch if you're looking to improve your game. Dale, thoughts on Yao? Are you shivering in your boots? Are you quaking? Are you sweating profusely? How are your palms, your knees? Go into it.
I know he can hit every single shot at a 5-0 level,
Yeah.
Yes.
but I've never seen him actually play a tournament. So He might be a 4-0 or a 5-0.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
thinking.
Do you watch his videos, Dale?
Yeah. I learned how to hit the backhand flick in one step.
in one step?
Yeah.
Was it?
New
Was
video
it?
dropped? What was one step?
It's just you go forward and
Was
you
it
hit the.
hitting it? Like
Yeah.
How to hit a backhand flick in one step?
Yeah.
Just tip down, hit the ball.
Yeah.
That's two though.
Oh. So what's
You're an
the
idiot.
one step?
Hit
It's
the flick.
just tip down.
tip down. Don't even hit it. Tip down. Don't swing.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I don't know who can go after Yao, but
Yeah.
we're about to see.
Leia.
To start off round 6, we have Simply Rentals picking Tyler Landers.
Wow, Tyler Landers coming in here at this next pick. Teammates with Yao, as we were just talking so highly of. Number 32 on the list, rated 4.246. I don't know much about him. Here we have Andrew Pham as the GOAT, greatest of all time that I was mentioning earlier.
But you're seeing this team. I
Yeah.
would call this one of the strongest teams in the draft, a so-called super team. Maybe they got 2 strong females. They've paired it with a lot of top guys, and I think getting Yao and Tyler, kind of that late picks, are really good picks that late.
Yeah, I think those are phenomenal picks. I think getting both of those players back to back, they're definitely both underrated. I think it's sleeper picks. I think someone needs to wake this person up out of their coma that they're inducing people into, because I mean, very strong players. Maybe they play men's both together. That'd be a tough team. I would not want to face that team in a tournament at all. I might just end up passing out of fear.
I have passed out when I have played Yao in the past, but it's
And-
not been because of fear. It's been because of how good he is.
Yeah, now enough of what Parth is talking about. Here we go, Andrew Pham. Now, might you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Andrew. I'm a local here in Georgia, playing at Planet Pickle, Lifetime. Know these two goobers because I play them all the time, except for Parth. That guy's too good. But
Well, I don't get invited to the sessions anymore. I don't know why not.
I mean, honestly, I don't get invited to the sessions either. but
Andrew's too good for us.
Andrew's playing with us in his imagination. Pause.
We call him Timu Alibaba Ben Johns.
Yes,
Yep.
But it's like
He
Ben
looked-
Johns
yeah.
is Timu Alibaba.
Len Yang
Andrew.
cut his hair and shipped off to Taiwan, sent him 2-3 years to Taiwan and forget. Very strong player. I played against him in a tournament. I might have left with a tattoo. Very strong player again here around Atlanta. Do you know anything about Tyler Landers?
Tyler Landers, I actually do know him. He plays at Lifetime. He's actually
Okay.
a really solid player. He has really good hands, plays really aggressive. I think that's a great pick for Simply Homes. It's a really good pick. Actually,
Yeah.
low-key a sleeper, especially deep in this round. So.
Yeah, super deep in this round, as he mentioned. Coming sort of towards the back end of this draft, it'll be interesting to see. Now there's almost much less variance. There's probably a 0.6, 0.7, 6-7 duper difference in the rest of all of the players now. Now for the next pick, going over to Leah, handing it back to you. Little dance moves.
Our next pick for One Dink tournaments is going to
Dang.
be Trent McGee.
Oh
my
God.
Mr.
Trent
Dad.
McGee, number 1 rated father figure, actually, around the Atlanta region. 2025 best dad of the year. Father's Day actually just came around, and his kid bought him a Lamborghini. Now, this guy, very strong player, played with him back in 2024 the summer at Ace Pickleball, sort of the OG spot. You can see him here in the tank top, showing off the muscles. Don't know if that gun is registered, but very strong forehand, as you can see there in that picture. I think this is a great pickup. Super late in the round. All of these players can play at a higher ceiling than what they're rated at. Quick hands. I actually just played him last week and lost 3 times in a row. I don't think I got more than 3 points in any of those games. As you could say, maybe I got decimated and dominated. But very strong player nonetheless. Andrew, thoughts on Trent McGee?
Trenny, the guy, man. I love playing against this guy. His vibes are amazing. He's a great guy. I mean, every time on the Challenger court, it's always a good time with him. Again, late in the draft, sleeper pick.
Very sleeper pick.
Trenny, man.
Might I say you have the most fun with him out of any guy.
Oh, I don't know about that, man.
No?
That's a tough one. But he's up there. He's probably top 2, if not
Top 2,
Could be top 1, honestly.
top 2, maybe not 2. Maybe Patrick Chu is the top 2, not 2.
Maybe Patrick Chu
Maybe a
is.
slight
Underrated
Patrick Chu
guy, James
cameo.
Vo.
Yeah. Oh,
James
James
Vo.
Vo.
James
Yes.
Vo might be a
That guy's out in
3-7.
California right now, man.
He's
He's having a
good.
great time.
No, he's more like a 3.7. I think Patrick Chu is more like a 5.7. I think there's a very solid differential. Andrew Pham can dig more deeply into that, as there might be a sort of bromance going on.
Yeah, James is my guy, man.
Is
Even
there?
outside of pickleball, bro.
Really?
Absolutely.
So you might say he's your guy inside and out.
Hey, if that's how it seems, then yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Now going on to the next pick over there with Leia. Take it away for us.
The next choice is going to be Jason Jung.
Wow. Wow.
No
Jason
way.
Jung.
What the
Ranked
heck?
37 on the men's side. Rated on Duper as a 4.169. I think Andrew and I actually once played him in a tournament.
Jason Jung.
Yeah. We played him in a tournament. Remember, he beat us 11-1.
Oh
my God. Wait, I do remember this.
Wait,
Holy
wait,
cow.
wait, wait, wait,
Yes.
wait, wait, wait,
This
wait,
guy
wait,
is
wait, wait.
the guy. I think he actually got the cops called on him because he was beating people so badly. People wanted to charge him with
They call him
abuse.
JJ.
Yeah, they call him JJ. They do call him JJ. Shout out to the OG JJ before he moved away from Georgia, Jeffrey LeMasters. But this JJ is quite strong as well.
Jeffrey LeMasters is a sleeper.
Big sleeper pick. I mean, Jeffrey LeMasters
guy's
is the
gone,
type of
bro.
guy that, like, you're on the airplane. You got 24 hours over to Vietnam. You got some layovers. You got a face mask on. You got sound noise cancellation, Bose QC35 second generation headphones on your head, and you're wildly asleep off 3 melatonin pills. But very good sleeper pick nonetheless.
Wow.
Yeah, and moving into the next pick with Leia after Jason Jung. Leia, take it away.
The
You
next
guys are
pick
good.
for PADDLEMANIA is going to be Sally Ladrak.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Sally.
Wow.
Paddlemania picks
Wow.
Sally Ladra.
Might I say super
I
overdue.
was just back
Wow.
there helping them out. They don't know
Wow.
about Sally.
And we have Drew Patel right next to us right here, and you can see the
Wow.
ecstasy on his face getting that pick.
Yes, lots of ecstasy
Hyped.
all over his face,
I mean-
actually, with that pick. Sally, big pick. A lot of people don't know why she was picked so late, but definitely a strong pick there nonetheless. We're actually accompanied here by one of the Lou sisters who can potentially get interviewed later on some of the women's side for insight. A lot of the team owners might know more than what we know here sitting on this couch about the women's scene. Maybe they've done their research more
Hey.
than just looking at the dupers. But, yeah.
Let
it'll
me
be
tell you
interesting
about
to see.
Sally, man. Sally, if you're looking at that card that was shown earlier, she has
Yeah.
a nasty one-handed flick.
Nasty.
Oh my God!
Actually disgusting.
Would you say it's top 3 in Georgia?
I mean, after Parth Modi, yes.
No,
absolutely.
after Ross Cottrell.
Oh,
Ross
after Ross
Cottrell,
Cottrell, of course,
Parth
yes.
Modi.
Yes. I
No,
mean,
not me.
Ross Cottrell,
Kentaro
he's-
Hamaguchi.
Kentaro Hamaguchi. Wow, what a pull. If only he was in this draft, I would have a 10-minute epilogue on that guy only in Japanese.
Japanese
But
only.
here we go. Back to Leia on the next pick. Take it away.
The next pick for DINKSTER and DOAN Agency is going to be Ganesh B.
Ganesh!
No way.
Can you pronounce the
Wait,
last
wait,
name?
wait! I got you.
Balasubramaniam.
No, it's Ganesh Balasuru Brahmanyam.
Wow. Wait, how many
Wow.
syllables is that?
Too
Count it for
many.
me.
That's too
6
many
or 7.
syllables. That's more than 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
Some would say
Some
6,
of these-
7.
Wait.
Yeah?
Some might also say.
What are they
Someone
gonna
else
say? What's another thing some people might say?
Sorry, what was that, you guys?
So you have Ganesh and you have Moses together.
Wow.
Do you think that?
I think
is
they might be
anything-
cooking. They might be making like homemade naan in the kitchen. They might be chefing up some people. I think that this is
put an
a
Indian flag up and
phenomenal
represent
team
it.
that could potentially be a very destructive men's doubles team, taking on some teams that might be ranked higher than them on Duper. But again, as Andrew and I would know, Duper does not matter. We've been slopped up and down silly by 3-5 guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, going into that next pick. Now that we're in the back section, handing over to Leah. Take it away.
The next pick is going to be Holly.
Wait, who?
Actually funny. Holly?
No way. Holly, number 9, coming in hot at a 4.14.
Wow. Wow is the understatement of what I would say. number 9 ranked Holly. Coming in at a 4.106. Very underrated, and we don't know who she is because she has the blackout picture as well.
Yeah,
So she
adds
could
to
come
the
in.
aura, 100%.
You could see her become an Anna Lee, or you could see her become a Georgia
Mysterious,
Johnson.
Actually, yeah, we have a player right here on the side saying that she might be one of the top females in the state.
Wow. And that's the Eric Mittman guarantee.
Yeah, you get that guarantee. You know that holds weight. Very credible, solid guarantee. He just said that she's actually just as good as Georgia Johnson and Anna Lee Waters, and he is wildly surprised as to why she is not drafted on the MLP.
We call it EMG, the Eric Mittman guarantee. Yep.
Yeah, let's see if
He's
we
the
can
one
get
that
the
picked
EMG on the
Twan,
next
Anwar,
pick here.
and next Holly.
Wow. Now next pick here with Leah. Leah, take it away again.
The next pick for Premier Specialty Pharmacy is going to be Anthony Avalar.
Yeah, Anthony, very solid player, ranked 39th on the list on men, rated a 4.096. As you can see here in this picture, an absolute baller, looking fresh on and off the court. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys know about Anthony?
And they call him Triple A because he's got 2 A's in his name.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
wouldn't
actually
that be double A? Yeah.
Nope, it's Triple A.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he always bring his A game.
Oh, wait, you're kind of sneaky for that one, man.
Wow.
Well,
And he
that
always
makes Anthony
shows
a
up
friggin'
on
baller, huh?
time, like AAA insurance.
I was thinking AAA battery, to be honest.
Wow.
That was AA battery.
Maybe
No.
AAA.
No.
Some baseball. You know about that.
I don't think he knows about baseball.
I do
They
know
didn't
about
have that back
AAA.
in India. All right, and we might be catching a new guest here on the next one. Let's
All right,
give
we'll
it
see you
back.
later, AP.
Deuces, guys.
Ah, he's so cool, isn't he?
To end round 6, we have Mergers and Dinquisitions picking Corey Mai.
Under what?
Wow.
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 What a pick right there.
Corey Mai.
Wait, and
Oh
by the way,
my
let's
gosh.
introduce ourselves to our new guest. We got Evan Trowbridge, maybe the most talented player that we've had on this bench, and some call him a mini Hayden.
Yeah, I would definitely say Evan's definitely one of the top 10 strongest players here, right here on this couch with us, sitting here right now.
And he's not 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, or
he
4.
He might be 3 though. Yeah, he
Could
might
be
be 3.
Could be 3.
Yeah, I mean, what do you know about Corey? How many times have
Corey's
you,
a very
been
good player. I play with him very frequently. I'd say he's a very underrated pick in the draft. His
Yeah.
duper definitely doesn't reflect how good he actually is as a player. Very high ceiling, very consistent, makes a lot of balls.
Yeah, strong player, Corey Mai. Evan plays with him all the time.
Evan, tell us a little bit about yourself. I heard you're playing a couple of PPA Challengers, and you might be training a little bit.
Yeah, so upcoming weeks are looking like I'm playing the Macon Challenger this weekend, and then I'm training for a week and a half down at the Fort in Fort Lauderdale, and then I'm training with Freddie Powell for a bit, and then heading up to St. Louis for my first APP event.
Wow.
Yeah,
Upcoming
lots of
And
talent.
put some stock in this guy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Early investment.
Early investment.
Underpriced, yeah. Definitely going to be seeing some raising PE ratios on this guy.
And Evan, what would you say kind of your favorite event is going into this? What do you think is that breakthrough event going to come through?
I think it's my singles game. I think my doubles game is very consistent, but I don't think it stands out like my singles game does.
All right, let's see it. On to the next pick.
Mergers and Dinquisitions is starting off round 7 picking Liam Toe.
Liam Toe. Wow.
No way.
really
we call him
putting
the LT, Liam Toe.
Yeah.
What
putting a
a
really
pick.
big highlight on the youth. Wow.
And you have
Both
The siblings,
siblings
Allison Toe and
on the
Liam Toe, on the
same
same team.
on the
Wow.
same team as Dale Kim as well.
Very strong lineup they have right now.
Wow, we got the kids and the dad.
Who's the dad?
Wow, actually interesting enough to see that they have not picked their second female. I guess they're just going back to the let's result and see where we default on for the last
And the
Yeah.
worst part is now we won't be able to see Dale Kim and Paul Kim together. Who's Dale Kim's dad?
Yeah.
That could have been maybe the best team of our
maybe
generation.
His dad is Liam. Not where, but when.
So if we could see maybe a Liam Toe and an Allison Toe partnership, maybe that's for the better, maybe that's for the worse, or maybe we could see them move it around. What do you think?
I think that'd be a very interesting mixed team to see sibling rivalry, young talents
Yeah.
on the court.
Definitely.
I think facing off against older, more mature, bigger, and stronger players might be a difficulty, especially in mixed, with it being slightly more, power generated and power oriented on shorter points, quicker points, more aggressiveness. This might be a challenge for them. I don't know if they'd quite put them on a mixed team together. Now let's get a new guest speaker in here right after this pick coming in. Leah, handing it off to you.
The next pick for Premier Specialty Pharmacy is going to be Elijah.
No way.
No way.
We have Elijah Stanfield, who, by the way, is also another user of the Warping Point SoFi.
Wow.
I think he's underrated. I think he's a great underrated pick. Very sneaky pick. So I like that pick a lot.
Yeah.
And over here we have a new guest with us, and we're gonna have him introduce themselves a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Chris Doan. I'm one of the sponsors here at today's pick with DINKSTER and DOAN Agency.
There we go.
Yeah.
Would you want to tell a little bit about
Any strategy with your team
yeah.
coming into this? How you're picking?
So one of the things we did first, as my team were discussing, is we wanted to pick the girls first. So we end up picking Nancy as one of our first pick because we believe that we wanted a strong girl. So that's one of our strategies. But then after that, we noticed that there was a lot of stragglers, a lot of really sleeper guys that people weren't picking. For example, one of the exciting picks that I picked with Patrick was Justin Corbett.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't pick him, but he's a great coach. He plays at Dinker. He teaches a lot of great players down there. He's an excellent player. I think he was a great pick. Dimitri's also a great pick.
Yes.
I'm hearing he's a very, very good singles player.
Yeah. And there's a really good chance that it goes into a dream breaker, everything. And Justin Corn on the Cobb is one of the best guys out there. He's gonna be a great team player as well. Super nice, and he's also a coach, so maybe he can kind of also help in that coach role with some of the other players. And his full-time job is pickleball, from what I believe. And so I think he's going to be a great benefit to y'all's team.
Yeah, we got even guys like Moses. He's great with mixed doubles.
Yeah,
really great
that's exactly what we
drives.
talked about.
Yeah, really great stuff. I'm super excited and super excited to be here.
Yeah, and enough about pickleball. Actually, moving into the more important subject after the team introductions. Where is this outfit from, Chris?
Man, it's just a tailored outfit. I think it's not an expensive suit at all. It's maybe a $400 or $500 suit, but I think
Something
you
light.
can get it tailored to your body, and it just looks great.
Perfect.
I mean,
yeah.
he definitely does
He's
look
a
great.
great example of looking great. Now, giving it back to Leah for the next pick, handing it over to you.
The next pick for DUBZ Pickleball is going to be Robert Dong.
I would like to say something
Wow,
about my next
Robert.
which I forgot. Excellent.
Robert Dong, very strong pick there. Seventh pick on the list, ranked number 38th on Duper, 4.1. Again, right around the level of a lot of the other players, around that latter region of the list. As we're saying again, not a lot of variance in the level. Strong pickup, great potential. Now, Chris,
We've heard you have some exciting news coming up. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we have a great summer tournament called DINKPALOOZA coming up in August. It'll be played here in Planet Pickle. A lot of prizes. We have over $2,500 in cash value that we're giving out. We got a bunch of different sponsors, free snacks, free food. We got Coke there. We got Celsius there. We got just a bunch of giveaways that's going to happen on August 22nd. So I'm excited for people to come out. Part of my team's going to be there, and hopefully it's a great community, and I invite anybody to come.
All right.
Sounds
Our
fantastic.
next pick?
Anyone listening, make sure you're involved. Leia, next pick, handing it back over to you. Thank you, Chris.
Yep. Thank you.
Next pick for DINKSTER and DOAN Agency is going to be Sophia Fuentes.
Wow, Sophia
Fuentes.
Shout
Wow.
out to the Owls.
Wow.
At Kennesaw Pickle, the Kennesaw State
Wow.
University Pickleball Club team.
Wow. 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 She's a KSU president, and she was on the team that had one of a top 5 team in the entire nation. And she was one of the key figures in that. And do you think she can bring that same team success that she had in the collegiate pickleball tour back to here to this maybe equally important tournament?
Yeah, let's see if her leadership abilities might sort of help towards her ability on the team. You know, maybe she will definitely be a defining, I guess, kind of keystone on the team aspect.
Yep, and she's got one of the strongest backhands. That's what she's known for. She's got one of the best backhands. So I could even see her getting paired up with the lefty and
Yeah.
playing that left side role.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right. Yeah, and
And
as you were
fun
saying-
fact,
yeah.
in her collegiate pickleball team at KSU, she was actually playing with the lefty. So she's had a lot of success on the left side. Her and actually Haley Ferguson, who's our #1 female pick, were partnered together. And I know they had a very successful and fruitful partnership together.
Yep, and let's see where this next pick takes us. Handing it back over to Leia.
The next pick for PADDLEMANIA is going to be Ronnie.
Ronnie? No way. PADDLEMANIA gets Ronnie Myers. So, really good pick, and I really like how this PADDLEMANIA team is shaping up. They have gone both their girls, so we'll see kind of where that 8 spot is. It's going to be a guy. And we have a new guest with us over here.
Here we go.
We'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline. I'm with Premier Specialty Pharmacy. I'm one of the sponsors here. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
How are
Great to
you?
have you on here today. Would you like to intro into what you guys do over there?
So we are a compounding pharmacy. We're a family-owned. We're actually across the street. And yeah, we've been there for about 10 years now.
Wow.
Very cool. So if you want to get your drugs there, that's the spot to go.
Lots of drugs over there.
Yep. And,
ACPD, don't be listening.
and Jacqueline obviously did not want to dress up like us and did not want to kind of show out in her best attire like me and Ben did.
And I see the
So tell us a
Vietnamese
little bit about that.
accessories.
Why did you not dress up like us?
What do you mean? I was supposed to dress up like we're in an NFL draft.
And speaking of dressing up like you were in an NFL draft, what about your team was going into your process?
I think we decided to go focus on women's first
Yeah.
and get Haley, and then kind of just go from the team and then trying to, I think, select the first 2, and then afterwards kind of see who would have the best chemistry with that player.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kind of strategize with that.
We were just talking about that. I think team chemistry is a bigger aspect than duper rating. If you know some of the players that they like to play with, that might be a stronger team.
And I think a lot of players are, I mean, you can't really, rely on dupers all the time.
100%.
So there could be some people that have low dupers and really great.
Underrated sleeper picks.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow. And so who's been doing the majority of the picking on your team? Has it been you, or have you designated a player on your team, or has it kind of been a team effort to decide who to pick?
I believe it's a team effort. Definitely more of the players helping me out. Ross was a great help. Evan helped us out a little bit as well, and
Perfect.
Haley as well. So
Nice.
Okay.
one
Well,
of our top picks.
Strong team right there. Let's move on to the next pick with Leia. Leia, take it away.
The next pick for First Choice Chiropractic is going to be Daniel Cho.
Wow. And Daniel Cho.
wow. So kind of we're getting to these later picks, and you're going to see a little bit more variance there. And do you feel that, is there a team in specific that you've seen that looks really good, or how you're feeling your chances overall?
So far for DINKSTER's team is doing pretty well as well. I think they're a high on one of our competitors. I mean, everyone is getting pretty good teams. I think DINKSTER's definitely up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any strategy ideas going into how your teammates are going to kind of line up with each other?
Kind of. I think I'm not too sure, honestly. But I think most of my team members they already want to get numbers already and start practicing together. So hopefully more practice on the courts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Bring
build
that
some
chemistry
team
up.
chemistry. Yeah.
Some team practices coming
Team
in maybe.
practice for sure every
Wow.
day.
Yeah. A lot of
As,
money on the
as
line.
Jake Paul would say, it's every day, bro. They're going to be bringing in the hard work, talent, practice, building that team chemistry, and showing up to compete, show what they have at the tournament.
Would you guys say that Jake Paul is one of your kind of idols to look at to replicate your team around?
Maybe. I mean, that sounds great. Yeah, I could see that.
All right, very cool. Any other last things that you want to say about the pharmacy? Anything specific about them?
No, I think we're all good. Just come by, and if you want any custom meds, come our way.
Perfect.
All right,
And thank you so
sounds
much,
good.
Jacqueline. Moving into the next pick over there with Leia. Leia, handing it off to you now.
The next pick for One Dink tournaments is going to be Tiffany Tran.
Wow. Tiffany Tran. There we go. Number 15th ranked female. Really starting to build up that female list, with Anna Henshaw and Tiffany Tran.
like
Solid
this-
female talent.
I feel like this team might have focused a little bit more on the guys. I think they waited a little bit longer for their girls. But I
100%.
still love how this team is shaping up. And I think Tiffany Tran and Anna Stein are super underrated, and I think they can have a lot of success out there.
Yeah. I 100% agree.
So leading on, we still haven't talked about it. There's still a lot of guys left on. We still got a couple of picks left. So we're excited to have you guys staying on here with us.
Yep. And handing it back over to Leah for the next pick we were just talking about.
Leia.
The next pick to end our 7th round is going to be Simply Homes choosing Mikhail Johnston.
Mikhail
Johnston! Oh my God!
God.
Oh my God! Oh my God! As
What
a
are these
47th ranked player,
47th
but definitely
ranked
not
player.
47th ranked out there.
Might I add maybe a sneaky top 46 men's player. Rated
And-
at a 3.569. Mikhail Johnson coming in as a lefty. Very strong drives, powerful. Maybe a mixed
Might be
component.
the top 5 best singles player in this whole draft.
I don't know about that. That's a strong. There's a lot of talent in here, but Mikhail definitely a strong player. Whether it be a right side specialist being a lefty or being a mixed specialist with his strong serves and drives, this will be interesting to see how he contributes to his team there.
And I love this pick, especially with Yao on this team and Mikhail Johnson on this team. I'm absolutely loving this team. This might be my fan favorite team.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Throw some wings on it. Maybe we got a winning women's doubles team right there. I think it's a fantastic team. Very strong, great players, lots of talent.
Last pick of each team coming up. Back to Leia here.
For our very last round, our 8th round of our draft pick, Simply Rental is going to choose Charles Kim.
Charles Kim?
Wow,
Charles
Kim, no way.
You think he's related to Dale Kim and Paul
I
Kim?
100%. This actually might be the great grandfather of his second uncle's nephew's past dog's previous owner. Actually.
Dog?
Yes, 100%. I think because he has that dog in him. Charles Kim, very strong player. I've heard he never gives up. Never give up. Always willing to fight on and off the court. This guy is vicious. You don't want to see him across the net from you. Very strong pick for Simply Homes. Now let's see.
And that's the final team right there that we just saw on screen. And
Yeah.
I love to look at that team.
Yeah.
You got Mr. Kim, you got Mikhail Johnson, you got Yao, you got
Yeah.
Kyle, you got Emma Cook, and you also have a plethora of other phenomenal players on that team.
Yeah, I think going into any of their matches, they might be very interesting to see and watch. Let's move on to this next pick over there with Leia. Handing it off to you now, Leia.
The final pick for One Dink tournaments is going to be Nicholas Chow.
Nicholas
Chow. That
That's-
is my personal friend, actually. Very strong player. Rated as a 3.825, coming in at the 42nd highest or maybe lowest, with it being super low on the men's list, player. I think that's super underrated, being number 42, 3.8. I think he's undervalued, underrated. I think he is a definite sleeper, comatose almost pick. Very strong, great energy. I think not even just skills, but I think bringing a certain type of energy onto the court with your teammates is a very big value that's not talked about enough. I think maybe going into a tournament, if you have some slight nerves, having a teammate like Nicholas Chow to uplift you might help you play a little looser, a little better, and definitely just an overall benefit to the team, I would say. Strong pick from them.
Very strong pick.
Yeah.
Might I add?
You are fully allowed to add that, and I appreciate you adding that. So let's move on to the next pick. Nicholas Chow, the one and only. Leah, handing it off to you now. Let's see who this is.
The final pick for first choice is going to be Daniel Vo.
Daniel Vo.
I personally don't know much about him, but I do know Ben has plenty to say about this player as he knows him very well.
Yeah, Daniel Vo actually grew up with this guy back in H-Town, Houston. This guy, very strong player, played tennis on and off throughout high school. We go way back. We used to train together. He used to play at Ace, then he moved over to ANPC around Atlanta. Now he plays at Planet Pickle. Strong player, great energy, great backhand counter. Might I say top 100 backhand counters in the province of Atlanta.
I wouldn't quite call Atlanta a province, but maybe I would call them a city. Is that a better way to describe Atlanta?
No, worse way to describe Atlanta.
Is it now?
Yeah, 100%. I think Daniel Vo might have something to add if we can inquire it about him. But yeah, Daniel Vo for you, everyone. Very strong player, great ad. Moving on to the next pick with Leia. Handing it back over to you, Leia. Finish us up a little bit.
The final player on Team PADDLEMANIA is going to be Paul Kim.
No way! Oh my God!
Paul
oh my
Kim,
God!
the
Paul
one
Kim.
and only. Now take a good
Golly.
look at that picture, ladies and gentlemen. That is the one and only father of Dale Kim, a.k.a. Dale, a.k.a. Timothy,
DK.
a.k.a. DK himself, the big D-ster, as one might say. Now, if this runs in the family, Paul Kim might be a monstrous ad for the PADDLEMANIA team right here. I think that they are doing a fantastic job at deciding their next pick. I think Paul Kim might actually be their best and strongest pick, not in terms
100%.
of pickleball skill, but I think
No, I think in terms of pickleball skill.
would you?
I wouldn't say. And quick fun fact,
Yeah,
he
fun
actually
fact.
does cupping.
Oh, he does
So like you can cup your back and everything. But we do have plenty to say about Mr. Paul Kim, and I would add that he should have been a top 10 pick in this draft.
I think top 2, not 2. I think he's super strong.
You think he could have been picked over Dale Kim?
Oh, easily. I mean, he's his
Easily.
father. He is over him.
All right. Next pick, back to Leia.
Yep. Handing it back over to you, Leia. Thank you.
The DINKSTER and DOAN agency is going to be Isaac Cho.
Isaac Cho. Repeat that one time for me, Parth.
I got you. Isaac Cho.
Isaac Cho, phenomenal player. Parth, you actually met him at the last tournament and played against him. How was
Yes,
that
I
like?
am. And not only that, I am loving the look of this team.
Wow.
Let's take a little quick deep dive into this
snapshot.
team.
Yeah.
You got the two girls, you got Nancy and Sophia. I know Sophia's been working hard, and she's definitely a little bit better than that duper is showing. And then the rest of the guys, you have a lot of these sleepers on this
Yeah,
team.
we got the double Justins, might I add. We got Moses Das.
And
who's-
you got Dimitri, who might be the best singles player in this draft.
And I actually heard that he has personal relations to very dangerous people over in Russia.
Really?
So maybe
Does
if
he
you're
now?
playing him, do not go for any body bags, or you might end up in a body bag. Now, moving it over to the whole team aspect, yeah, I think having that team pan out how it did, I think is a great look for them. I think they're looking like a strong competitor, and they're definitely excited to exhibit their talents, show what they have.
Yeah, I like the look of that team.
Yeah, I do too. Let's move on to the next pick, though, with Leia. Handing it back over to you. Thank you.
The last player on the DUBZ pickleball team is going to be Paul Shim.
Paul Shin?
Paul Shim.
Probably the worst Paul of this draft compared to Paul Kim.
Paul Kim, Paul Shim. Wow. Names. Strong player. Coming at the 43rd ranked guy on this, or 44th ranked guy on this list.
As a 3.752.
Yep, on Duper. Dynamic Universal Pickleball rating.
So, quick fun story. Somebody on this bench actually had a quick internship with the Dynamic Universal Player Rating System.
Yeah, Parth, go ahead and tell us about that. How was
It
that,
wasn't
Parth?
me.
You just interned them with them last summer, didn't you?
I did not. I got rejected.
Oh, so it looks like you were mistaken. Now, moving on to the next pick, enough of Parth Modi shenanigans. Handing it back over to you, Leia. Thank you so much.
The last player on Team Premier Specialty Pharmacy is going to be AJ Knapp.
Oh my God! Let's take a quick second of
AJ
silence. 1 second of silence for AJ Knapp.
Moment of silence, everybody.
Moment
Please.
of silence. Ready?
Moment of silence.
Ready, set, go. There's our silence. Enough
There
said.
it is.
Not enough said about this guy.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow.
That's almost all of what I can say. Oh, my goodness.
But either way, I am loving the look of this team. You got some top guys. You got the #1 female pick on this team. You got Ross Cottrell, Cade. I'm loving the look of this team, and I think they're going to pair really great with AJ.
I'm sorry, did you say Cade?
It's Cade Lindgren.
As in Cade Lindgren, the one and only Cade Lindgren. Super strong player, phenomenal forehand, drive on point, dinks on point. Slice dink, might I say, it might actually end up spinning into your knee, knock you over. You could get injured playing this guy by 37 various different methods. He could take you down and piece you apart by any means he wants. Phenomenal player. Now, last pick of the draft, moving into it. Leia, please wrap us off.
The final player of our Team Draft Moneyball is going to be Quinn, going to Mergers and Dinquisitions.
Quinn! Wow.
Wong.
Wow, 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 wow,
Wong.
wow. Quinn. Wow. What a strong player. Not enough to say about her.
And even though she got picked last in that 61st spot, she does not deserve that spot. And I think she's going to be a super key and pivotal role in this team.
Yeah.
You know, I could see her getting paired along with the Dale Kim. I could see her paired along with the Tabish. I could even see her getting paired around with the Justin Brown. Or I could get her seeing paired around with the Preston Nguyen. Or I could see her getting paired around with the Liam Toe.
Yeah, what else could you see,
or
Parth?
a Corey Mai.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could see her in so many different situations.
I could see her
where I think
playing
she could
with
be
any-
successful in those.
Yeah, I could see her playing with any of her teammates that are men for a mixed team. I
Oh
could actually,
yes, that's a great. That is what.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could indeed see that. Now that we have the final look on all these teams, what are you thinking, Parth?
All right, I'm gonna say it right now, right here. Which team I'm liking?
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with Simply Rental. I love that first 1-2 pick, Kyle Brisker, Emma Cook. And then my second team that I'm gonna really be liking is PADDLEMANIA. And then the third team I'm gonna really be picking is that first team, Mergers and Inquisitions.
Yeah, I think actually PADDLEMANIA is taking the whole thing home.
Huh?
I think PADDLEMANIA is taking the whole thing home.
You think they're taking the whole thing? How much would you put on that?
I would put so much money that you couldn't even fathom. You couldn't comprehend the amount. Incomprehensible amount.
Tell me a number.
Like 17 entire pesos. No, seriously.
17 pesos.
17 pesos on the
right there
line.
on the line.
Shaking the hand.
If
You guys
PADDLEMANIA
see this
wins it,
live.
I will Venmo him
Yes.
a check for 17 pesos.
Here we go. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. You guys have a fantastic night. Let's go. Thank you for having us.
And we will see you next weekend
Yes.
right here at Planet Pickle for maybe one
And
of
back
the
over to
best
you, Leah,
team
to wrap us
draft
off. Thank you.
tournaments. Thank you, guys.
That is the end of Planet Pickle's Team Draft Moneyball Draft Night. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, all the players for coming by, and a big thank you to all the sponsors who decided to support us for our big event. The actual game day is going to be on July 25th at 1 p.m. You're more than welcome to tune in on the live stream as well. We'll have all the players playing 2 lines of men's doubles, 2 lines of mixed doubles, and a dream breaker if need be. See you all then.